This is very exciting. We have a brand new bike, technically. So MotoGP 20 got updated and we have the brand new Aprilia bike model and livery, so I'm absolutely hyped for that. So this is going to be a big episode. We've got a brand new bike model. We also are going to be doing a double header episode. So 2 races in this episode. A lot of you guys have been commenting about bringing back the 2 races and get rid of practice, stuff like that. So let's do it in today's episode. I'll probably do it in tomorrow and probably the rest of the season. Let's step up the pace, let's step it up to the next level. So let's get this Aprilia to some good results. We're on a bit of can't get me words out. We're on a bit of a roll. We've got a bit of momentum. Always stumble on that word, momentum. So let's see. We've got a few little admin-y things to do here. We're not going to hire anyone. We're saving our money to get out of this Aprilia contract if we need to. Chief engineer, we've got a new one coming in, but I mean, we're absolutely fine. R&D points, we've got everyone researching and doing stuff, so we can actually improve aero, which is actually going to help us out a lot. So the guy that does aero, I think it's this guy. Oh, let's test my memory. Yeah, it is. So we've got some development going on there. I am going to carry on with anti-wheelie. We're going to keep saving up and researching. Frame is underway. In terms of engine, no, we can't even do that yet. So we're still waiting. So let's head down to the Catalan Grand Prix. But before we do that, remind ourselves of the championship. We had a good episode and we're still in 10th place, trying to get past Franco Morbidelli. So let's head down to Catalonia. Right then, that is our new leathers. I think they're slightly different from last year, but look at the bike. Look at it. Oh, it's going to be nice. Wait till you see the new rear. Look at that. Lovely, lovely bike. Very smoothed off. And nice. Still sounds lovely. So, we've obviously got the new bike physics to contend with. So, going to have to get used to that. But let's power out the final corner then. See how we get on this opening lap of qualifying. I've gone out early on, it's Q1. If we can get through into Q2, that'd be fantastic. Look at Aprilia there. Lovely. Right then, so let's see what we can do on this opening lap of qualifying then. Coming out of the final corner then, we were about a second off in the final sector off of Benaya's time. So looks like we haven't been able to carry forward some of the pace we had over the past few episodes. But taking a look at that, it's still 3rd place, but Benaya must have put in a quick lap. So if we go back to the pits, we might be able to get back out there and go a little bit quicker. I'm going to skip on to the session a little bit. Oh no, everyone else is setting the time. We need to get into the 40s, really. Low 40s, so I've got a lot of work to do here. It's been quite, I say easy, over the last couple of episodes. We've had a few tracks where the AI aren't as strong, and I think we've come back to a track where they are pretty strong. So we've got upgrades in the pipeline, so the bike should improve over the coming races and episodes. We do actually have a test here at Catalonia after this race, so an opportunity to boost the bike performance, hopefully. So Nakagami now goes quick. It's very competitive in this class today. Let's see what we can do on our second attempt to get out of Q1. Come out of the final corner then. I'm noticing the Aprilia is struggling through the very slow corners. Can't get the front end to bite as much as we need. We improve ever so slightly on that time, so I'm going to have to head back in, refuel and go for a 3rd attempt to try and get out of almost last place. So I'm going to try something different on this lap. It's our last chance to do something. I've turned traction control off. I'm going to try and spin up the rear just to point it in the right direction around the corner. So let's see how we get on this 3rd qualifying lap. Last corner left to navigate then. Chuck it in here if we can. Try and grip up. I haven't got the mid-corner grip. Oh no, come on Aprilia. We can do this. We had a good stint. Come on, what's the lap time going to be? 140.8, that's a bit better, but it's only just in front of our teammate Iannone there. So another struggle out in qualifying today. I don't really know how Aleix Espargaro is in Q2, but we're on par with our other teammate at least. So looking forward to winter test. just to try and get a boost in performance. So that'll be the second part of this episode. So let's see what we can do in the race. It's back down to 25% race since we're doing 2 events here. In terms of tyres, it's very hot. So, I mean, do I go for a medium front or a hard front? I know I'm going for a hard rear. I'm going for hard as well. Hard front and rear. Bit of extra fuel, extra lap or so. And let's see how we get on. Right then, so obviously everyone else is running new bike models, liveries, that sort of thing. So we're fully up to date pretty much in the GP class. So let's see how we get on then. Aprilia, it doesn't seem to be suiting this track at Catalunya, so it might be a bit of damage limitation. If we can get into 15th place, that is our objective. That would be great, but we'll have to see. Palmo 2, let's watch it from the start. Let's see, get a decent launch. Oh, look at that Aprilia bike, it's lovely. Really is nice. Right, tucking in a bit of slipstream if we can on Brad Binder. I'm going to go to the outside, just trying to find space. We're actually, whoa, contact with the Pramac, nerfing us out wide, and we're running deep. Just can't get the bike flipped over quick enough. We're up into P17, P18. We lost a few positions there. Side by side with the Tech 3 on the power. Whoa, he loses it. He loses it and almost goes colliding into us. So into turn number 4 then. See, we just haven't got the mid-corner speed on this bike. Heading on the inside of Benaya. Whoa, a little bit of light damage. How on earth did I get a little bit of light damage? Barely touched anyone, so we've got a little bit of damage to contend with, which isn't great. Alex Marquez, our rival in P15, in that position we need, getting a bit on the AstroTurf there. Maybe we can get him back up the inside if we can. He's running a little bit wide. More contact with Alex Marquez. It's just not clean anywhere near around him. Petrucci's dropped down to P13. I've ran it deep. Don't know what's going on with this bike today. It must be part of the new update where it just doesn't want to do anything I want. But we've lost the position there. We had to use so much runoff. Luckily, it isn't a runoff where you go into the kitty litter. Trying to get past the Pramac if I can. I'm going to go Palmo 2 down the straight. But oh, look at the bouncing on the curbs. So I think the Aprilia feeling a little bit better in the race, but still not ideal. Let's see, straight line speed. The KTM next to us just out dragging us, and a little bit of contact again. AI getting very touchy-feely today. Feeling very tense this race. I don't know why. Right, Benaya. Maybe I was losing pace in quali because I was running soft tyres and they would get overheating. Because it's feeling better in the race. Though the braking powers are feeling a bit worse than it did in qualifying. So that's not ideal either. But if I can close the gap to the Pramac here, that'd be great. Got the factory Honda behind us in the form of Alex Marquez. Oh, look at the acceleration out the corner of that Honda compared to the Aprilia. But he runs a bit deep. I run a bit deep here. Oh, side by side up the hill out of turn 8. Coming into turn 9. Gonna flip the power mode up. Try and close down if we can on Benaya in the braking zone here. This time, almost get the bike around the corner. Still running a little bit wide. I'm struggling in the braking zones actually. Now, I don't know if it's down to tyres or down to that little bit of damage we've got. I feel like if we didn't have that little bit of light damage, I'd just be that little bit more effective at getting the bike slowed down and mid-corner grip and stuff like that. So, and straight line speed, of course. Aero really does get impacted if you take a little bit of damage. Here comes Alex Marquez, slipstream, and he's through. Let's see if we can get him. We're losing a lot of time in the straights. Get the bike slowed down into turn number 1, very deep. Oh. I really don't care about Alex Marquez right now. He wiped us out at a good race, and I could need those points come the end of the season, so I'm happy to give it to him a little bit, to be honest. I just need to pick off at least one more position if we can. Try and hunt down the Pramac. Our teammate's there. Maybe he would do us a favour. Got the KTM closing up behind us on the brakes. And down he goes. Oh dear, I think he was going to go to crash into us and then had to back out of it. Bit of power mode 2 to help us up the hill. Out of turn 9. Half decent. I think Aleix is struggling a little bit. Look at his leathers up his arm. That looks really nice. I'm out wide. Where am I going? Let's see if we get our teammate. I don't know why he's struggling here. He had good quali pace, and then in the race he's gone backwards a little bit. I think he's struggling as well. So the Aprilia clearly not working around here at Catalonia. Alex Marquez a 41 flat. I mean, Marc Marquez a 41 flat. What's it going to be from us? 42.6, 1.5 seconds off. Look at Alex Marquez. He just closes in so much. Oh, on the outside of our teammate at turn number 1. That's not going to work. You can see the Aprilia down that straight just didn't pull away from us. So you can see we're both struggling with engine performance and aero performance as well. So we've got that aero upgrade in the works, so hopefully that helps us out, but we need to improve the engine too, and this Repsol Honda is going to cost me. He's either going to cost me finishing the race or 15th place, and I ran deep there, desperately trying to get back in front of him. He's through. He's going to get our Aleix, and we can wave goodbye to 15th place, I think, almost, unless I can get him back. I couldn't keep Alex Marquez at bay. He's just too quick. He's on a full factory Honda. His brother is winning the race at the minute on the same bike. You can see how easy he is making it to close up to Aleix, and just boom, he's gone. Saying that, I'm closing in on Aleix. Whoa, there's going to be contact when I unpause this. Right then, as soon as we unpause this, it's contact. Right, so I had a little bit of a glitch. My game tabbed out and tabbed back in, so I hope the recording isn't lost. It shouldn't be, but through all that, I've lost the position to Iannone, and we've lost probably about a second in time, and that is a lot of time for us to lose on this Aprilia. So we've got a bit of work to do to close down on Andrea Iannone, close back to Espargaro. So you can see where we're struggling through the corners where we need mid-corner grip, and you can see Iannone's on a bit of a charge now. He's trying to hunt down Aleix, but 3 Aprilias, 16th, 17th and 18th. Bit of a race to forget for Aprilia, I think. 6 tenths to go. Up to the back of Iannone, who is definitely on a charge right now. Look, he's going for it up the inside of Aleix. I get a pretty good run through there, and can we close the gap? We're going to pick up a bit of slipstream on Aleix, and here we go on the brakes. Closing down on Andrea Iannone too. Whoa, up the insides we lift Iannone up, take more damage. Not what the team are going to want from us today, but we're in 16th place, and look, Alex Marquez is cleared off. That's just how much pace he has as we almost run wide there on the gravel. That's not good. We've got lots of fuel left, 40 flat, 0.1. That is crazy. We lose out of the last corner to Iannone as I run wide. Struggling with the grip. Iannone, we're gaining on him a little bit. Here comes our teammate in the slipstream. Trying to get back at Iannone. This is a battle that Aprilia don't want to see for 16th place, but it's battle of the riders. Who's going to come out on top? We have good pace in the middle of the lap, and that's about it really. That's about it. Not looking forward to testing here either, to be honest. Lost touch a little bit of Iannone through that first sector. Can we close them back down through this middle of the lap though, where we're a little bit stronger, especially down this back straight and onto the next braking zone at the end of the straight as well. That really helps us out. The entry we get is a lot better, but only a few more corners to navigate, then we can't close in on Iannone. It looks like Iannone is going to come out on top for the Battle of Aprilia, but Marc Marquez takes the win. We're not even going to get our race objective. Disappointing all round for Aprilia though. We managed to fend off Oliveira though, but we've got testing. Well, have we fended off? Yeah, we did. We've got testing, so we'll do testing now in this episode, and then next episode we'll head out to the next Grand Prix. So let's head back to Catalonia for testing. In terms of the championship, we lose a position to Maverick Vinales, so that's annoying, but we're still around the top 10. We can get back, hopefully. Aprilia lose a place to LCR Honda as well, which isn't ideal. Still ahead of KTM though. So then, for the first time, we are in mid-season testing, where we're going to look at Bike A, which is our official bike, I think, and Bike B, which is the prototype bike, to supposedly improve. Right, so let's head out on the official bike, where we will put in a few laps. We've just been using this bike anyway out at Catalonia, so I'm going to go for some medium tyres, I think. Although it is very hot out, so it's not ideal place to test out our new bike. But, I mean, I'm going to go for a hard rear, medium front setup, and we'll go for 6 laps, and we'll just use power mode 1, and we'll see how we get on. So first up is our official bike. Coming out the final corner then, to end our first flying lap on Bike A, which is our current bike. As you can see, we've got our livery on. So 142.5. So let's go for another lap, do 2 back-to-back laps. I might switch it to the hard tyre for the next stint, but I'm going to do a stint like this on the other bike as well. 2 laps, medium front, hard rear. We've improved, so let's carry on with this lap. It feels exactly the same as it did out at the Catalan Grand Prix where we just were. So on our second lap we do a 41.8. So we had a little bit of a warm-up on the previous lap. So I'll probably go for one more while I'm here, just to see what we do on this third lap. See if we go even quicker or just about the same. So there's a crash. Lecuona is crashing on his Tech 3. Not what he needs. But let's see what this second sector is like compared to the previous time round, and it's quicker still, so we're improving, which is good. The bike was damaged in the Grand Prix, so it does feel a little bit better. I'm really noticing it in the braking zones, like the heavy braking zones down here next corner, and also at the end of the main straight. Out the final corner then, let's see what it is. Well, we are being chased by Polar Spargo. It's 41.5, even quicker. So medium front is working okay for us really, so not bad. Final corner again. A little bit wide that time, but still going quicker on that lap I think. 40.9, that's near our quali time. But we've broken under the time threshold, so a lot better. I'm going to pull over, let Polar Spargo through. I'm going to head into the pit then. We've just done 4 laps on our Aprilia. And yeah, our engineer, excellent. You scored your first 5 time. Now let's change the bike and compare at least 2 fastest laps. Okay, take a look at our times though. You can see our fastest 4th sector was actually on the 2nd lap. Very slightly quicker, but yeah, let's switch bikes. Bike 2, our average lap time was a 141.7, so this goes for absolute performance with the engine and more agility with the frame, so that's okay. 6 laps again, go out on track, flying start. Prototype bike time, so we've got the black testing livery on it, looking pretty sweet. Hopefully this is quicker, and this is a nice addition to career mode. I really do like it. So let's see what we can do. straight off of the bat. We should be warmed up anyway, so it might not take us 4 laps to get up to a decent time. So let's just see. Already, you know, well, no, I'm not going to say anything. Let's get around the final corner. I should have noted the top end speed, but already it's sounding a lot better. Sounding a lot more aggressive. So let's see what this opening lap time is like then. So we're off of the times we were doing. I'm a bit surprised by this, but let's carry on. We'll go a few laps, see if we can improve in the last sector. It might just be that this is a bit of a warm-up lap for the bike as well. Out the final corner then. I can't really tell the difference in the bike, but we'll do a 41 flat. We were just off of the time, but we're straight up underneath the threshold though. So let's try again on this lap. 3/10 under on this lap. This bike is feeling a lot better. I just took a lap to get up to speed. Warm ourselves up again and then coming onto this straight then. Let's see. Final corner left to navigate then. Chuck it in. Try to get a decent exit. Use a bit more of the track this time round. This has been a quicker lap. Hopefully you haven't lost it in the last sector. Oh yes. This is what I'm talking about. Aprilia producing a quicker bike. It's faster, it feels more nimble, feels more agile. I haven't wanted to say anything until I can prove it in terms of lap time. We've gone a little bit under that time in sector 1 though. It's probably me getting really excited at the end of that last lap. We're a 10th off at the end of sector 2. But we're closing down Mir. I haven't been able to close down anyone on the old bike. And there's no way I was going to go this quick on the old bike. Gone quicker than we went in the actual Grand Prix, so this is encouraging. Tyres are starting to go off though a little bit, you have to remember that. Still just about 2/10 off of that best lap we just put in, but that's still going to be quicker than bike 8. I've just chucked it into power mode 2 around this last little corner here, see if it makes much of a difference. On acceleration we've got a bit of a toe from Mir as well. What's the lap time going to be? Oh, we actually improved. Maybe power mode 2 is good for us. That is good. 40.3. Oh, we're going quicker again. I've got it in power mode 2 here this time. The engine's up at full whack. It might be worth trying it out, but the tyres aren't feeling great. Oh, we've matched it in sector 2. Yeah, the tyres are starting to go off a little bit, so I am noticing that the front tyre's getting a bit warm as well. Maybe a hard would have been a bit better, but for the purposes of this test, it has confirmed that the prototype bike is a lot better. Oh, I've run it wide through the last few corners. Out the final corner, I think we've pushed past our tyre life, but let's see. Yeah, we're down a lot in that last sector. I lost a lot of time in the last sector, but the bike is feeling good and not too much stopping either. I know there's a little bit there, but I'm feeling that. Return to pit. Feeling good. Let's see then, what does our engineer have to say? Great, by comparing these results, we will recover valuable research data. There is still time before the end of the session. Feel free to run more tests on the track. So, in terms of times then, if we get to choose, we know that bike B is consistently faster. Only one lap on bike A beat our time. And that was the only time it beat was the first time, which was a bit of a warm-up lap. So, let's finish the test here and see what we have then. We did 8 laps, worked out pretty nicely. Select the bike for the test. So the bike for the test, haven't we already done this? Our fastest lap was on this one, bike B, prototype. Are you sure you want to confirm bike B to next season's winter tests? Yes. So that's cool, right? So we don't get the bike straight away. It's sort of a long-term thing then. Looks like we're going to get it next time out, but do we recover data from it? I think we might do. I don't really know how that works, but looks like that's pushing on for next season, maybe. But that's been it for today's episode. I really do hope you have enjoyed. We'll do another double header next time out, because I appreciate it wasn't 2 Grand Prix this episode, but it will be Germany and Assen next time out in the next episode. So hopefully you guys have enjoyed, and for now I will see you guys in the next one.